moved up the track and left an opening.
That guy was Denny Hamlin. He's on the outside of that third row.
Might be too far back to make it up in 3 laps.
I can remember a race here in Martinsville when 2 of the sport's best went into turn 3 on the last lap, tangled and took each other out, and the guy in third won the race.
Yeah, don't count out Kevin Harvick there in fourth either.
3 to go. Oh, Junior nudged around. He and Logano tangled.
Kozlowski goes around.
Around here. No caution. Keep rolling. Come on. No caution. Need to roll here.
And Stewart trying to get around Jimmy Johnson.
He's got him cleared off 4.
To the lead. Tony Stewart, 2 laps to go. Do they get to the white flag without another yellow? Can Johnson get the Stewart's back bumper? Here they come.
Joey Logano into the wall.
Car in the wall.
Hard.
Turn 3.
White flag's out, though.
Logano still driving around. We are on the last lap. Stewart, Johnson, Gordon. Will there be a bump and run? He's going to try it. Johnson gets there, but not enough. Tony Stewart wins at Martinsville. Clint Boyer spinning around in the final corner. Just shy of the finish. How about Tony Stewart, who's run
Get the flag, man.
so poorly at this racetrack the last couple of races? They got the up front starting spot when qualifying was rained out. They got shuffled back. They used strategy to get back to the front, and a timely win in his bid for the championship.
I've seen some gutsy runs, but that one right there, they dug deep. This whole team did. Tony, by staying on the lead lap when they were trying to lap him, coming around here and working on this car, this is incredible. Nothing feels better than a win like this.
No, you were talking about them running poorly. Recently, they ran poorly in the middle of this race. Almost getting lapped and then fought back, made some changes. Here they are.
How about our Goodyear winning moment from Tony Stewart?
We gave these fans their money's worth today.
Well, Floyd, Virginia, not that far from here, Doc. This has got to be a huge win for Darian Grubb.
All 432 people who live in Floyd, Virginia, got to be partying right now. Congratulations. What was the key to this remarkable comeback today, Darian?
Just an awesome team. It just won't give up. Got a great bunch of guys and did an awesome job.
Incredible. You could hear the emotion in his voice. Even he can't believe, given how poorly they've run here in the last year and a half. Mike?
Catching up with Jimmy Johnson, brings it home second, but I know you wanted so much more. Take me through that restart.
Yeah, I just didn't get away from him on the restart, and he hung on awfully strong on the outside, and I was more worried about clipping a curb, and he was running me tight and not, taking him out of a championship situation, trying to mind my P's and Q's, and just wanted to do the right thing. Unfortunately, got beat in the process. Thought about going in there and leaning on him, moving him up, but it's just not the right thing to do. But I just wish that prior to that, the 83 was a part of every caution here in the final 3 or 4. I wish that he could have just driven around the racetrack and we could have won this thing, but whatever. We'll move on.
A key moment was the last round of pit stops. You did not come down pit road. How critical was that?
It certainly gave us the track position we needed, and the 24 got to third, I guess. So it really ended up being the right call. Chad was really nervous the way things unfolded. Felt like it might cost us a shot at the win, but man, it put us right in the catbird seat to win the race, and I just didn't. Last restart, Tony did a great job, and I didn't get it done.
Alan, coming into the weekend, Jimmy Johnson said he would not lay down. He proved that today.
All right, so Jimmy Johnson has to settle for second place today, and from here in Martinsville, we look ahead briefly to the final 3 races of the season. Got a lot more to talk about this one here in a second, but we look ahead. Texas Motor Speedway, Phoenix, and Homestead, Miami, the final 3 races for this championship. Tickets available, all the telecasts on ESPN. Join us at the track if you can. There's going to be some good racing here in these final few weeks of the season. Stories to tie up from that wild finish of the race. Brad Keselowski running 8th, got spun around in the late laps. Let's see if we can tell what happened. He finished 17th.
And all kinds of things happening there. Junior Downs Jr. getting into the 11 of Denny Hamlin, who was bounced up into the 2. We saw those three-way contacts quite a bit, especially entering on the restarts. Big loss for Brad, though.
That's what happened to Brad, and again, he finished in 17th spot. Jeff Gordon finished 3rd. Jamie?
Well, a lot happened to him today, and it started early. You dropped back to 41st. You raced your way up, led 113 laps. How would you assess today in the racing?
That was crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. Yeah, I hate we got caught up in that incident early with my teammate Dale Jr. Looked like he got the curb, and I chose to go high, and I should have gone low. But great effort by this Drive In Hunger Chevrolet. I mean, they fixed the nose. I was more worried about our brake duct overheating the right front, and I beat it up. I mean, I ran it hard to get our, to get back up there, and it held up. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, the last 2 runs, I don't know if it's just adjustments we made or what. We just kind of lost the edge that we had at one time, especially on the short run. So I really didn't have much for those guys there at the end, and we needed more green flag runs than we did. So, hey, 3rd, great. And, gosh, so close to getting win 200 for Rick Hendrick. I thought Jimmy had it there for a second, but great effort by Tony Stewart. When things get tough, you got to watch out for that guy, and he really put one on him. I didn't think he could pass Jimmy on the outside.
Congratulations to you. 650th start. He brings it home 3rd. Alan?
All right, Jamie, thanks. Brad Keselowski, Ryan Newman, a lot of disappointed drivers after the end of this one, walking away from their cars. Championship standings, at the end of the day, Carl Edwards, with his 9th place finish, is going to come out at 8 points ahead of Tony Stewart as we head to the final 3 races. Kevin Harvick gaining a little bit of ground today. Matt Kenseth losing a chunk as a result of his 31st place finish. We head to Napa Victory Circle, where Tony Stewart is celebrating his 3rd win in the chase. Doc?
And what a celebration. What a remarkable effort today. What a remarkable 3 different times. This guy came from outside the top 20 and drove it back into the top 5. But let's start talking about that last lap pass on the outside of Jimmy Johnson. How'd you pull that off?
I don't know, because I don't think anybody's ever passed Jimmy Johnson on the outside. So just determination. I mean, I don't think we had the best race car today by any means, but we had the most determined pit crew to get it as good as they could get it. And I was pretty mad all day, so I was the only guy I think that didn't get in a wreck with somebody, so I was kind of proud of that. But just this Office Depot Mobile and Chevy and Hendrick Engines and Chassis and Darian Grubb and all these guys at Stewart Haas Racing, just an awesome group of people.
What's going through your mind on that final restart? You know you're going to have to restart on the outside, but there hadn't been a whole lot of grip up there for much of the day. Yeah, I really, to be honest, wasn't excited about restarting second. I'd rather restart at 3rd, but Jeff got to us, and I hit the curb off of 4 before the restart, and Jeff got underneath us going into 1. I ran that second lane and pulled 2 car links on him, so it was like, wow, it's got a little more grip than I think it had up there, and the key was just getting into 1 beside him and not letting him run up the racetrack like he did Jeff Burton, and just holding him tight and letting myself have the opportunity to at least get through there. I know you want to celebrate, but I want to tell you, you're 8 points back of Carl Edwards with 3 to go, man. That we have a championship battle in the making. He better be worried. That's all I got to say. He ain't going to have an easy 3 weeks. How about that for a warning from Tony Stewart? Wow. Nicole?
Laying down the challenge. What's even more amazing is when you think of this, Tony Stewart at lap 360 was almost going to go a lap down when the caution came out at the completion of lap 500. He is in victory lane. Motorsports calendar, it's the Big O NHRA Nationals tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Immediately followed by NASCAR Now at 10 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. I wonder what they'll talk about. Roundtable of that show, 2 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, with a recap of the entire weekend. And of course, next weekend, the Nationwide Series returns, and we head to Texas. Join us at noon Eastern on ESPN2 for the Nationwide Series, and we are back at 2 Eastern on ESPN for the Sprint Cup Series race at Texas. We knew it was going to be a good one. Did we think it was going to be this good?
Tony Stewart told me earlier this week, Wednesday, that if he can come to Martinsville, get a good top 15 finish, he can win this championship. Well, guess what? Game on. Here comes smoke.
Lots more to come. If you want more post-race coverage, stay exactly where you are. Post-race coverage coming up on SportsCenter. Once again, congratulations to Tony Stewart, his 3rd win of the season. He is now 8 points out of the lead for this championship. We'll see you next week.